Let's talk allergies. It's allergy season when we're filming this. I know that my allergies are through the roof. There is pollen everywhere, and I have a constantly runny nose, runny eyes, all of the allergy things. Horses are different. So let's talk about how allergies show up on horses. And for the most part, they show up as itchy skin. So if you see your horse has their mane itched out in the middle in particular, the top of their tail, the other places they're commonly itchy, chest is a big one. You know, they're itchy kind of all over that chest and between their front legs. This is actually a sign of allergies. And we see them from many different things in horses, but the most common thing is insects. Humans are commonly allergic to tree pollen, things like that in the environment. Horses are very allergic to gnats in particular. This is genetically linked, it's not straightforward, but it's likely that if you have a horse that is allergic to gnats and you breed them, you will very likely create an offspring that is allergic to gnats. So if you see that itching, the first thing you want to do is talk to us about gnat management. And there's a lot of insect management strategies out there. But the biggest one is avoidance. So that is fly sheets, fly sprays, fans, that kind of thing, trying to manage your horse's exposure to them. The other form of allergies we see in horses, and this is much, much, much rarer, is food allergies. If you go on the internet and many of the Facebook groups, you'll see that your horse is allergic to soy, corn, life, sunshine, all of these things that are in your feeds. It is relatively rare for horses to have food allergies. If they do, the most common thing is alfalfa, followed by soy or corn. Now again, this is very rare, but the way horses show this is typically with diarrhea or fecal water syndrome as opposed to itchy skin, although itchy skin can be secondary. Food allergies take an entirely different method to control, and they can be extremely difficult to figure out. We have to do elimination diets where we remove all alfalfa from your horse's diet, for example. That may sound easy, you stop feeding alfalfa hay, but if you feed any form of supplement, first ask yourself, why am I feeding that supplement? But next, look at the ingredients and you'll find that a lot of them have alfalfa in them. A lot of the concentrates that we feed horses also have alfalfa meal in them. So you really, really, really want to think long and hard about whether or not your horse actually has a food allergy before you go down that path. The best way to decide that is by having an appointment with your veterinarian and determining what your horse is doing, what the signs are, and moving forward from there. The next way that we see allergies in horses is coughing. It's not uncommon when you get on a horse, especially if they've come straight out of the stall, you start to exercise, you get a cough or two at the beginning. That is not 100% normal. Normal horses should come out and have no coughing as you start working. But molds in hay, molds in barns, stalls, that kind of stuff, nearly impossible to avoid. And so I will give a little bit of leeway to the horse that coughs once or twice when I first come out and get on him. But the horse who coughs every time you stop, come down to a walk break, and then go back up into work, the horse who's coughing repeatedly as you're working through a session, the horse who's coughing out in the field, that is actually a sign of allergies manifesting as asthma. And much like asthma in humans, we need to control their allergies to control the symptoms. There are many medications available to do this. There are, we can use things like the anti-allergens that we use in humans on horses. They don't always respond as well, so I recommend checking with us before you decide which one to use and how to use it. We can use steroids to help manage the symptoms. We can use inhaled drugs. This is one place that I will look at some of the supplement type products on the market that are aimed straight at allergies. But if you look at most of those, they contain high levels of omega fatty acids, which help reduce the inflammation response of the allergy system in particular. So allergies are not straightforward in horses at all. They're not straightforward in humans either. But make an appointment with us and we can talk to you about how to manage the allergies in your horse.